Hello everyone, hello friends! I am back with a really great story for you guys. Another LARPing story, believe it or not. That's a series that's going on lately. Before I start this story, my analytics tell me that 65% of you are not subscribed, and I would really like for my stories to reach more people, because I put a lot of work into my videos, believe it or not, despite the quality. But yeah, consider subscribing before any of this. But alright, thank you! But alright, today I'm going to be talking about my amazing fighter companion and friend, Lobos. Now, if you LARP in my community, you know Lobos. Everyone knows Lobos, and if you don't know about him, you know of him. And he is just an amazing person to encounter on the battlefield. Because not like most people that do Hearthlight or Dagger here, he roleplays openly on field, and his garb is a little unusual compared to most, but probably some of the best I've ever seen. Some people may call him a furry or like something weird. He likes to dress up like an animal, but that's not the case. He's Lobos. And he's a wolf spirit. And you better respect him, or he'll cast a spell on you, or something of that sort. Lobos is a really fun fighter to fight with, and also he's a really tough cookie, because I think I've only killed him once and it was a cheap shot. But Lobos is a man of very little words. I love his one-liners. Some of the things that he says is just absolutely I love it. The winds are strong, that means the energy is good. To the earth you shall return. The spirit of the earth is unpleased with you. Sun shall rain down on our unit, and we will be blessed with the spirit of the universe. He says stuff like that, and it's always like, yeah. Like, it really gets you into wherever you want to be mentally whenever you're starting a roleplay or a event. For a girl who loves to pretend. Now, I remember meeting Lobos at one point, like, at an event early on, but I re-met him at a Hearthlight event. And I remember we're on a hill together, it was that cheap shot I was talking about, and I ended up killing him, and he was an NPC that day, so then he was like super into role-playing. And he's all up in his gear, and he's just like, you might have killed me now, this time, warrior. And I'll become a part of your clan for just a moment, but after that, don't blame me if I kill you. And I'm like, yeah, dog. And it was a fun time, and I got to have him like be a part of like my unit for a minute during like an event, and I was just like, ooh, I got the wolf guy, and like everyone wanted him because he's like the best fighter and he looks super rad. And I'm like, that mask of his is actually like completely like faux fur and foam, and the person who makes it is like super talented. I'll try to find their description, like their Etsy, and put it in the description or something like that, because he's constantly being like, this is my beautiful wolf head, and I'm just like, gorgeous! Now, Lobos is someone that definitely treats all fighters equally, depending on height, weight, gender, or expression. Which brings us to this story that I have of Lobos. Now, Lobos and I are fighting in Bear Pit, and if you know anything about that game, it's usually something that you do at practice to kind of like, you know, get practice. And the point of the game is you all stand in a circle, and you fight whoever's in the circle, and if the person in the circle wins, they stay in the circle. And then sometimes if you can fight everyone in the circle and win, you win. Like, kind of thing. It was my turn to fight Lobos in the circle. I get in there. He murders me. But while he's murdering me, he's like holding me, and he's like has a sword in my stomach, and he's just like, you should have seen this coming, Ishtar. And I'm just like, and we're like bantering, and it's something that him and I do sometimes. And while that was happening, a couple comes over and basically watches me get murdered by Lobos. And they're just passerbyers. They aren't someone that does DAG. Us being the open group that we are, we invited them in to play. It was a strange interaction, because as I exit the arena and the girlfriend of the couple go in, she looks at me and says, haha, you died. And I'm like, whoa. And like, I kind of like share glances with a few of the other fighters, being like, oh, okay, it's gonna be one of those. And then Lobos, like, you know, squares up to fight her. He's just like, and she goes, my name is Princess blah blah blah, and and she's like trying to like do the whole roleplay thing, and we're like, yeah, girl, just hit him. And she's like kind of like prancing around him or whatever, and he's just kind of like, and he goes to hit her, but then she like flinches and drops everything. He's like, no, 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 I'm a girl, don't hit me, don't hit me. And then he's just like, I don't know what to do with this. And that was kind of like an awkward occurrence, and eventually she like lands a hit on him, and he goes, oh, I'm dead, and she goes, and they like walk away. And Lobos was just being such a great sport, and that was such an interesting interaction, and the girl basically called me out for losing, and I'm just like, oh, Lobos, you should have beat the crap out of her. Revenge me. But he's like, but I killed you, and I'm like, alright. I always appreciate a person on field like Lobos, because like, one, garb is fly, and he always has like a different outfit. Sometimes he doesn't always wear the wolf's head, but then sometimes he manages to fight in that thing, and I'm like, quality. But that was my small story about Lobos. None of these videos obviously weren't that long. It was just something for me to pump out so then I can, like, you know, continue what I'm doing and also enjoy myself and be present. But alright everyone, like this video if you did. If you didn't, subscribe to me, you'll get more of me. Alright everyone, have a good day, bye-bye! Mwah!